It is wild that it took Bill Maher, of all people, to finally bring awareness to what's been happening in Nigeria. Now we have Bill Maher, who's not a Christian nor a conservative. He's an atheist.
Yeah.
You have Ryan Garcia finally spotlighting this and bringing attention to this. You have people that are not who you would expect to bring attention to this, and they're finally bringing attention to this, and a conversation is happening, and I'm happy that it's happening. So this is what Bill Maher said about the Christians in Nigeria. Go ahead.
Nigeria, I mean, the fact that this issue has not gotten on people's radar.
Right, no one's talking about it.
It's pretty amazing. If you don't know what's going on in Nigeria, your media sources suck. You are in a bubble. And again, I'm not a Christian, but they are systematically killing the Christians in Nigeria. They've killed over 100,000 since 2009. They've burned 18,000 churches. This is so much more. These are their Islamists, Boko Haram.
The reports, and I don't want to do a tit for tat. I don't want to do that. Yeah. But the reports out of what came out of Gaza, which is a war, is 60,000 casualties. Israel is claiming a 2-to-1 combatant versus
so they
civilian.
lost 30,000? Is that what they're saying?
No. So for every, it's 2-to-1, which I guess is supposed to be above average.
Okay.
Right. So they're saying like we actually like when you factor in civilians in other wars, we're above and beyond.
So they're saying for every 3 people killed, only 1 is a civilian.
I think the opposite.
Oh, for every
we should Google that.
For every 3 people killed, only 1 is a combatant.
Can you Google that, please? So the 2-to-1 ratio in the context of Israel military operations, particularly in Gaza, refer to the number of civilian deaths for every combatant killed. This figure has been cited by the IDF, and its supporters claim a relatively low civilian to combatant casualty rate, especially when compared to other recent urban conflicts. The difference is other recent conflicts were probably worse. We just didn't have social media. So now we're seeing the actual horrors of war and the fact that there are civilians getting killed and the fact that is extremely sad and awful and no one wants to see that. And that figure in and of itself is also controversial depending on who you ask. I say all that to say there has been 60,000 people total killed in Gaza.
Yeah.
Okay. 2-to-1 civilian versus combatant. In Nigeria, there has been 50,000 Christians killed this year alone.
Whoa. Goodness gracious.
Okay. So that should give you some perspective on what's happening. Now, they're not blasting this on social media. They're not showing it, and everyone's not talking about it, but this is really happening. And so the question is, do we have just scales? What is the story? This might be controversial. Is there a degree of racism? We don't care as much about Black Nigerian Christians in Africa versus the oppressor-oppressed complex of the Western colonial Israel going in and wiping out the Palestinians who have been oppressed for a long time. Like, what is the dynamic and why are we not talking about this? It's not the same narrative being pushed. And so very few people are talking about this. So oddly enough, it takes a Bill Maher to say, hey, this is happening. Why are we not talking about this?
Much more of a genocide attempt than what is going on in Gaza. They are literally attempting to wipe out the Christian population of an entire country. Where are the kids protesting this?
Where are the kids protesting this?
I mean, that's a take.
Where are the kids protesting this? Again, it doesn't fit neatly into the far left Marxist framework of oppressor oppressed. Those with power are always bad. Even when they respond, they're always bad. Even when they do their part to prevent future attacks, they're always bad. Not that they can do bad things. Everybody can do bad things. And there's no one that's not beyond making bad decisions. There could be soldiers, there could be generals in the IDF that do bad things. But we're talking about people who are the only democracy in that part of the world, the only place where the Christian population is growing in that part of the world. And this IDS, Israel Derangement Syndrome, has people completely crashing out and no just scales for like, not, this isn't a war.
Yeah.
This isn't we're trying to take out the terrorists that killed 1,200 of our own civilians. This is, hey, we're just going and burning down churches and just destroying Christians, killing priests, so on and so forth. I think it's whack. And it just shows to me that these are not people that have just scales and actually want justice, in my opinion. These are folks that this conversation is trendy. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It fits a story, and we're narrative, story-driven people. And it's not being talked about, and it's frustrating because there's no big bad boogeyman who's a colonial superpower that's, you know what I mean? It doesn't fit a narrative, and so yeah, I don't know if you got any thoughts on this, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do a video on Israel derangement syndrome, and really go deep on it because I think it's pervasive, and I love it. By the way, I love it when people when I get flack from both sides. I get the super pro Israel people that are like, bro, you gotta chill, bro. Like, they're God's chosen people. Like, you can't say anything. Like, and then you got the crazy, they're the synagogue of Satan people. And I love it that both of them are angry at me. Like, both of them are mad at me right now.
I know synagogue of Satan people.
Yeah. But they're mad at me right now for just reading Romans 11 on the Sean Ryan podcast.
That's crazy.
Which says all Israel will be saved. They're just mad because I just read the scriptures. That's not it's like, bro, Romans 11 is clearly about Israel who does not love Jesus. Like,
Derek, can I not read the Bible?
Yeah, like I can't even read the Bible without these folks crashing out. This is Romans 11, and again, don't be mad at me. Be mad at Paul in Romans 11. I just read this and just told you guys what it said. If some of the branches have been broken off, and you, though a wild olive shoot, have been grafted in among the others, now share in the nourishing sap from the olive root. So this is writing to a mixed church in Rome, talking about Gentile Christians. Do not consider yourself to be superior to those other branches. If you do, consider this: you do not support the root, but the root supports you. You will then say, branches were broken off so that I could be grafted in. Granted, but they were broken off because of unbelief, and you stand by faith. Do not be arrogant, but tremble. For if God did not spare the natural branches, he will not spare you either. Okay? And then if you go down, go read this whole chapter for yourself. Romans 11:25. I do not want you to be ignorant of this mystery, brothers and sisters. So there is a mystery here. There is something like we don't know how this all works.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mystery here, brothers and sisters, so that you may not be conceited. Israel has experienced a hardening in part until the full number of Gentiles has come in. And in this way, all Israel will be saved. As it is written, the deliverer will come from Zion. He will turn godlessness away from Jacob. And this is my covenant with them when I take away their sins. As far as the gospel is concerned, they are enemies. This is talking about Jewish people. They are enemies for your sake. But as far as election is concerned, they are loved on account of the patriarchs. They're enemies because of the gospel, but they're loved because of the patriarchs.
Hello.
You get to sort that out, right? For God's gifts and his calls are irrevocable, just as you who were one time disobedient to God have now received mercy as a result of their disobedience. So they too have now become disobedient in order that they too may now receive mercy as a result of God's mercy to you. I don't know how to parse this. Like, I don't know what we do with this. But this is not talking about new Israel as the church. This is not talking about the church. This is talking about Jews who've rejected Jesus, and yet there's still mercy for them, and it says they all will be saved. So don't be mad at me. Be angry at Romans 11. Be mad at Paul. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you liked it, then hit the like button. If you liked it a lot and have a thought to share, leave a comment. If you are listening to this on the podcast app, make sure to leave a review, and you could even leave a comment over there. And if you want to watch another video that is recommended just for you, hit this video over here. Let me know if they nailed it. Also, you can partner with us monthly, which helps us out a lot in our monthly community. Get access to early drops and all that kind of good stuff over here. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.